حتى انت اعطيك حاضر ما اعرفك ولا تعرفني. كوين
Bro, did you join it? Bro, go on your...
العن اصلك العن اصلك العن.
Bro, go to your notifications.
بلغ
Notification.
وقسم بذمة تتكلم عربي ولا حاضر يا محمد؟
Bro, go to your notification. It don't it say invite? Yeah. No, join. Now join it. I'm playing with Cookie.
هل عن أبوك العن جدك العن أمك العن أبو اللي في تيزك.
Bro, did you join it?
No. يا أخي أنت أبوك أكلمه خليه يكلمك عربي.
Alright, bro, I'm not talking no more.
عط نفسك ميوت طيب. This is Scarfy. Thank you. محمد يا
Join it! Join it! Okay?
Okay, في طيب.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown.
Join it!
Power Field at Mile High. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 48, and it should be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The first carry for C.J. Procise. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. Contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Lamar Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarter.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. They'll run on first down. Carson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
العن جدك العن جدك ثم العن جدك ثم العن جدك ثم العن أمك ثم العن أبوك تكلم عربي تكلم عربي يا كلب تكلم عربي no English no عربي عليك عليك قال لي عرفني عليك ميجو ما تفكر
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
استغفر الله ما تفهمون اللي كلمة وسخة صح؟
So how about this for field position after the big play?
نعم ودي يومين نوي نعم ما يكت صح؟ تاشر والعن جدك العرقب
the girl that just joined.
معلوم كلمة العرقب.
Who is that person that just joined?
Yes, عن أمك.
Is that your girl?
شفت من قوتك وجهك. What the fuck? My name. My name. Name is Delma Femia. So.
No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as it would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wilson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to... And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we're
Bro!
This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, they'll roll him out right. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. On first down, it's Carson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage, another.
Early, so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On 2nd down, it's Lynch. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. Lamar Jackson, 62 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Being chased out left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Now it's Carson, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. On first down, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. To throw is Wilson, and that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Wilson now to throw on third down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Lamar Jackson, 49 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 7, Wilson, and that is incomplete here. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Friday.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. A big reason why they've been so successful. This defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's where it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to count for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a...
And he will score! Touchdown, Denver! Lamar Jackson, 78 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for a trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. To throw on third down. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And coming out now, the Broncos. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Jackson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Jackson forced out to his left. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the pressure gets to him again. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late...
Wilson now on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Myers' kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And the attempt at three will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Breaks free again. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. On second down now, it's Freeman. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Out to his left. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing is Jackson, and he's going to keep it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There we go now as they will again try for 2. Jackson. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. close. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So now the Broncos offense will come out here as they'll try to add on 2 more. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson now, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to him. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down again. Quentin Jefferson, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now it's Jackson on the move to his left. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guy